Hey friend, got a little creative update for you for the last couple weeks. Got some exciting stuff, so if you want to skip to the end with the big stuff, you can do that. But anyway, let's get into it. So starting off with music, been busking a little bit and trying to get some shows scheduled. I've also been able to kind of do a little bit of composing for some of these videos and stuff like that, so that's been fun. Next is the website, and that's coming along. I'm hoping to make it kind of a place to host these videos, both as the video form and then also like a blog kind of format. So once that part is ready to go, then I'll be able to add more stuff like Fox's Forest stuff or merch or other things like that. And then we have the board game, which has been mostly set aside for the moment and maybe the foreseeable future, which kind of stinks, but it's mostly based off of the Novella project. And so it's going to need a lot of reworking based on kind of what the novella comes out to be, and so I don't want to keep moving forward on that until I kind of have some more stuff like finalized with the novella. Which brings me to the most exciting news. You saw it in the title of this video, but the novella is finished as of June 9th, and so pretty happy with that. It came out at 36,235 words, and so it ended up being something I'm pretty content with. It was really fun to just write the ending and kind of get the whole thing wrapped up. And so what's next? That is a great question, let me tell you. So after letting the first draft sit for a while, and after a few more conversations with some people, mostly Hannah, realized that this novella needs a lot of work, which, as I'm told, is pretty normal for a first draft. But here's the thing. So this novella is set in a world that I am building, but it's meant to be a specific part, like the scope of the novella is meant to be a specific part of this world. And so as I've been writing, I realized that I like this writing thing. I like telling stories, and I like this world that's kind of being developed as I write and as I think more and stuff like that. But I see this novella as kind of an origin story for a character who's probably not going to be like one of the main characters in the overarching plot that is being developed. And so I feel like having just this novella makes things feel really incomplete. And so what I want to do is I want to write a, I guess, quote unquote, real series or a real book or something. I don't know yet. It's really exciting, but kind of terrifying. But it presents a little bit of a problem. And that is, what order do I want to publish these things? Because I want to publish them. I want to share them with you. But I feel like if you read the novella first and you think, wow, this is a nice world and I like this character and I like where we're going with this. And then later I publish a bigger full-length novel, and you read that and you're like, wow, this doesn't feel much like the same. It's like these characters aren't being featured very heavily, or wow, there's a whole lot more stuff to this than just what we learned in the first book. And so I don't really want you to feel jolted or confused because we went from small and specific to big and wide. And I also don't want to write myself into a corner, because by going specific first, that really is, if I publish that, it commits me to some of those details. And so if I want to write something bigger and more broad and I don't have those ideas developed yet, and then I realize, oh, there's a problem with this, or I can't go the direction that I really want to go because I kind of committed even maybe something small back in the first novella, that presents problems later down the line. So I would rather start big and then have something that is like drilling down, getting more specific, that comes after that or at the same time. So here's what I think I'm going to do. And this is kind of subject to change, but as of right now, I think it's kind of what's best. So I'm going to set the novella aside a little bit, and I'm going to start working on developing a new book. And hopefully it'll be the first one in a series, but we'll see. So I want to write that book, and I want to edit it and publish it, and probably, we'll see, edit the novella and publish it either at the same time as the editing is going on for the first book or shortly after. So that way everything can be really coherent. You can read the first book and then read the novella, hopefully, and that'll just take you back in time a little bit right before it starts to get a little bit of a backstory of a different character. And so I really think that will present the most kind of coherent, cohesive story, and you won't be confused by jumping around too much. And so unfortunately, it'll be a little bit longer before I can release this novella project, but I think it'll be the best experience if you decide to read this book, and I hope you do. I've already been doing some brainstorming and a little more world building, and it has been really fun. I think there's some exciting stuff that can come of it. So hopefully you'll stick around for that. Anyway, that's enough from me for today. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Yeah, stick around, subscribe and stuff if you want to. But anyway, we'll catch you later.